Nigga, we.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Millz here. Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Good morning, America. Locker Room Podcast is back at it. MMA Locker Room here. It's about 9:15 out here in Lake Elsinore, California. I ain't the only one in the locker room who I got rocking with me.
Yo, what up, boys? It's Big Show Picks. Glad to be here. Worked our way from the podcast format all the way to YouTube. There's a new head of the table for Pub Sports Radio, MMA content. Who else we got? Are you muted, Billy?
I was going to say, Big Show, you just can't leave the head there and then just not say that.
What up? Like Roman Reigns, the new head of the table.
UFC Vegas 92. Dana White just hit us with some fucking fights for Manchester, England. Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green. Micaiah versus Manel Kate. Tom Aspinall back inside the main event. It's a banger here, man. That's not all the fights, but those are the ones that caught my attention.
Hey, Billy, you know, this is the part of the podcast where we usually say, like, hey, it's this time where I'm living
I can't, though. My boy Paddy just got the fight, dude. We just got the call.
And then Big Show usually goes over like the MMA news and recap. This is a podcast, folks. This is not our first time on a rodeo, but sometimes people like to act brand new.
I can't. I'm uber excited, Millz. Literally just saw the news right before I hopped up on here.
Well, fuck it then. If we on that shit, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades Part 2. Oh my God, mind blown.
Did you guys hear John's going to fight Stipe? Isn't that crazy, bro?
Wow.
All right, boys, let's start the podcast off with a little recap. TC, normally I start off with you, but first, as always, Mr. Jingles won the pub contest last week with a 775 score. Shout out to you. If you haven't heard about it, it was the commercial before. Go sign up at pubsportsradio.com right now for the UFC contest. Highest score at the end of the contest wins $100. TC, give us a little recap of last week.
Well, first and foremost, shout out to you boys. It is 12:18 on the Eastern Shore. A little dreary out there, but very happy to be back. It's, you know, the inaugural, like, no longer the podcast, it's the show now, boys. So, yeah, we did fucking make it. UFC Vegas 92 is a card that I wish I could fucking forget all about. I did horribly with my bets. I lost 2 units. The only bright spot for me was Waldo Cortez Acosta. Got to finally find Waldo plus 170. That's the only thing I hit. But yeah, I got my ass kicked. So I'm looking to move on and bounce back here. Not UFC Vegas 92. UFC St. Louis was a nightmare for me. And see, I've already forgotten about it. I already moved on. So let's fucking go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Smash the like button. Yeah, let's bounce back here, boys.
All right, back over to Millz. Millz, normally we start the recap with you or on the MMA news. Anything cooking that Billy didn't already break?
Oh yeah, man. You got some, you know, entertaining stuff going on. Cedric Doumbé is going to be taking on Anthony Showtime Pettis out there in Saudi Arabia in PFL. That just got announced. What was it, yesterday? He has a fight coming up this week in Bellator, but they're keeping that man busy and active. Also, too, I'm hearing that the Francis Ngannou he's going to be on that card too. So yeah, man, PFL Bellator is definitely making moves out there. Besides that though, those are some of the things that's going on in the other organizations. In MMA and the UFC Octagon, I mean, one of the most entertaining fights to me in the women's division, it's going to be Tracy Cortez versus Miranda Maverick. These are some of the fighters to where I think where they're positioned at in the division, they're going to be probably in the top 5 in the next year to come. You got Tracy Cortez taking on Miranda Maverick. You got Natalia Silva sitting right around there. You got Casey O'Neill waiting for a fight. You got my girl Karine Silva right there, just putting on performances after performances. So overall, I mean, it seems like the divisions are shaping up in the women's fight. So yeah, man, I'm all over it.
And how did you do last week, sir?
Man, we smacked over here, man. We went 11-2 on our video predictions, okay? Hear me out. What we learned? We learned that Derek Lewis is too good. Don't bet against him. What did we learn? We learned that Robecki is not a quitter, even though he lost. What did we learn? We learned that you can't trust anybody from Cuba with your money. And also, man, smack the boards. I mean, I'm talking about I've hit a plus 4,000 parlay, hit 5 of my premium picks on there. So it was a good thing over here at the locker room. Finally had a great week after the last 3 weeks been kind of So yeah, man, it was good over here.
Billy, how about you? How was your recap from last week? And I mean, how was the recap? I guess there's not much more. You already broke all your news. You already broke all your news.
The good was the good and the bad was the bad. The bad was the parlays. We live and die with the parlays. But it's a yin and a yang. I'm glad some people were able to eat off of that decision prop parlay. Saw a lot of people show some love out there for that one. Isn't that the worst though as a capper? You work diligently all week to work on these plays. All of them suck, but the ones that you give out for free on Instagram and Twitter end up being the ones that end up smacking. That's the one that everybody ends up fucking tailing anyway. So that's just the way that's the business that we're in sometimes. But hopefully we get them back this week. We got some parlay pieces to look at and some things to discuss. Big Show was talking a little bit, trying to get away from the method. We just gotta tighten up the screws here a little bit here. I feel like we had a good pulse on everything last week, no Diddy, and we just weren't able to get through the finish line with the Becky line.
I'm gonna start with you on this one first. The whatnot.
I'm sorry. I just can't. How does no Diddy have anything to do with pulse? Connect those dots for me, please, Billy.
Yeah,
feeling on the pulse. The pulse.
You try to get a free no Diddy in. That's like
right. You're not right now. You're killing it because like that don't even make sense. So like me, I gotta stand on business.
Feeling on the pulse.
It makes fucking brick wall.
I get it. It's there, but it's not like there.
No, it's not. Just quit
in
doing
case
this.
if anybody had any ideas.
Quit reaching. Quit reaching. Okay, let's do it. Let's quit reaching.
Chat takes off on you, but I'll start with you, Billy. On the what next session, what's next?
Nah, man, Derek fuck Lewis Billy, bro. I've been hearing them all day. I want to hear just my 2 cents, man. I haven't heard them all morning.
You want this fucking look at this, boys. I don't even fucking know what I'm doing right now. I got a fucking brick wall behind me. I'm all out of sorts, but yeah. What we been talking about here? I mean, what is
Derek Lewis? What's next with Derek Lewis?
Derek Lewis. I mean, it's just give him more of these fights, man. These like. I love it because it just seemed like such a fucking obvious Derek Lewis fight. I'm kicking myself for like not just fucking dropping the hammer, but like, yeah, just more of these. Like he's an entertaining fighter. Just give him more action fights and more big spots that he can just clean a motherfucker's clock. And like, that was a very, very reasonable Lewis money line. So please just more of those, dude. Keep them coming. So yeah, I haven't looked at the division, but yeah, like a top 10, like little bit of a, like, we kind of know what Lewis's ceiling is, so just give him someone that we know he can fucking destroy, and everybody has a good time. Cheers.
Millz? Who do you want to see line up?
What's next for Derek Lewis? I don't know what's next for Derek Lewis. I want to talk about what's next for Joaquin Buckley. I mean, that guy has been as advertised. I thought he was going to win earlier on in the week, but the day of Friday, I went the other way, man. I just thought he had too much good stuff going for his momentum and stuff, and he's been able to capitalize on it, man. I mean, the call out after the win, definitely It's nothing that, I would have done. I wouldn't have called, Conor McGregor's mom a hoe I'm sorry. I wouldn't have said that Conor McGregor mom raised a hoe, because people could easily mix those words and say, oh, you called his mom a hoe. But you want to know what he did? He got everybody talking about him, though, about the call out. It's either, oh, you're not going to fight McGregor. McGregor's not going to fight you. From there, he bounced back. He said, yeah, you're right. Give me Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns already accepted the challenge. He's ranked number 6 in the division. To me, that's the next fight to make. 2 explosive strikers in there. Give me Joaquin Buckley versus Gilbert Burns. That's what's next for him. 5-0 on him. Derek Lewis, give him Rosenstruck.
Billy, your thoughts?
No big thoughts for me. I'm glad the UFC's back up on the road. We got some Bellator fights tomorrow night, so it should be a good fun weekend of fights here.
Go into it real quick. You guys got a Bellator pick real quick? Kind of improv here, Billy.
Hell no.
Billy,
I just want to touch on that real quick. I think the Conor call out is getting a little. It's getting fucking tired, dude, and it is a little cringy. Like, I get it's still a smart business move. Like, it still moves the needle, but it's like it's getting a little fucking worn out. Like, what's that fucking mean? Just let it go, bro. Like, find a new fucking, like, thing of clout to chase. But anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, Bellator. The Bellator.
Nothing really. I mean, it's more of like a watch and see as you go type of card, not really a big pre-flop action for me. Championship series, so. For a championship series, there's a lot of big lines.
Yeah, so I was able to cover the media for Bellator Paris this week. Talked to a few fighters on there. I talked to the main event, Patchy Mix. I asked him about being the best bantamweight on the world. He said, "Hey, that's me. The reason why I could finish every opponent out there." So yeah, I actually like Patchy Mix and I like Archie Kogan. I got a 2-team parlay with both those fighters. Talked to Archie Kogan too. 9-0 in the MMA scene. Hasn't lost a round right now. I like him in that spot. Also, I got to talk to Magomedov as well. Talked about, his finishing submissions and stuff like that. He says he does want to pull out a twister. Also spoke to Jalil Willis. He said, hey, bro, don't count me out as being an underdog. I'm going to get that wrestling going, and don't be surprised. So I'm the one doing the kicking on this ninja. So, yeah, man, I got to talk to a few fighters out there. If you guys want to see the interview clips out there, check them out at MMA Locker Room or on YouTube. But besides that, yeah, man, I like the 2-team parlay. And there's a lot of fights on there that I like. My boy, what's his name? Fernando Bernulo. I think his name is Billy, you know who I'm talking about. Long hair, UFC Contender Series fighter, went to the LFA, got a couple of fights in there. Our boy, he's in Bellator and he's fighting this week. Look him up on the card. You're gonna see him and know what we're talking about. But I actually think this fight card is pretty stacked though.
Oh, you're talking about Jesus?
Yeah.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna throw him in a. It's one of those lines. I gotta look into the fight, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about when she said the Jesus thing. He's fought over a Contender Series, LFA. He's been around in some organization.
Right, and he's been winning. I want to say ever since that one loss or something. I want to say he's like 4-0 or 5-0. But yeah.
All right, guys. We've done this segment. We've done this segment before. Normally we call it Homer the Brave. I switched it up a little bit and call it Plays and Fades this time. I'm gonna give you guys a list of the fighters, all American from this card. I want the plays and the fades of what you guys think of these fighters. Emily Ducote, Victor Martinez, Angela Hill, Adrian Yanez, Brahimaj, and Khaos Williams. Millz, I'll kick it off with you.
Well, I got to go with the All-American Angela Hill in this spot. I mean, I think she's as advertised in this spot. She's a minus 140. I've been on the good side of Angela Hill and the wrong side. And, hey, I'm just done betting against her. It's one of those things to where when she gets the up and challenge against up-and-coming fighters who's a little bit green, she has the fight resume and the fight experience to know what she has to do to win. I actually like that as one of my American fighters, but my number one American fighter is Adrian Yanez, man. My guy, man. He's one of the first guys that we've been over here interviewing before he kind of blew up and stuff. Got about 3 interviews with him. Reached out to him way before this fight just because he hasn't been doing anything on the mic. And, you know, we were talking about some things. And now it's kind of like he's got a bounce back spot. So I actually think those are my 2 American fighters that I'm going to be going with this week. Those are my 2 plays to go ahead and play.
Billy, what would be your plays and fades out of the American fighters on this card?
I like Adrian Yanez in a bounce back this week against Vinicius Salvador. Watching the interview, he says he wants to get back to what got him up the rankings, not what he's been really doing those last couple of fights. He seems like he's locked in. We're eyeing up at Adrian Yanez, obviously by knockout, but if we want to get round specific here, you know, I love my round 2 props, but I actually, all jokes aside, really do like this as a straight up bet. Is the round 2 knockout here for Adrian Yanez. I'm trying to pull up the odds on it right now. Knockout for Adrian Yanez in round 2 at plus 500. I kind of think that's how the fight goes. We usually see Vinicius Salvador come out hot early in fights. Adrian Yanez, a little bit of a slow starter, dating back to the Randy Costa fight. So he comes out, Vinicius Salvador comes out hot. Adrian Yanez weathers the storm, gets the knockout in round 2. And it gets back in the win column, add a nice little highlight tape to the reel. And then the other fighter that I was eyeing up at, this might be the first leg of the decision prop parlay for this week here. First fight of the night, Emily Ducote by decision here. Shouts to my man Millz. The state's back to her Invicta days. Millz said, I asked my man Millz, I said, Invicta, they just signed the BetMGM deal. They're finally on my book. Is Emily Ducote going to beat this girl? He says, not only is she going to beat her, she's going to be in the UFC very shortly. Not only did she knock her out, shit, we had to interview next week with her. And Emily Ducote, one of the dopest girls in the UFC. Down-to-earth girl, grinder. She's going to fight for your money. She might not get the knockout when you need the knockout, like the Jessica Pena fight where she could have easily knocked her out. But I think she's going to run circles on Vanessa Demopoulos. We're fans of Vanessa. But Vanessa, you know what they say, don't give your money to the strippers.
TC, what are your plays and fades out of the American fighters on the card?
I mean, we're talking about Merkin, but we're talking about some Merkin fighters. And I'm going to make it 3 for 3 with you. I think it's an Adrian bounce back spot. Like the competition is going pretty far down. I know he's been getting like fucked up, but it's like Martinez and Rob Font. That is not fucking Vinicius Salvador. I think they're giving Yanez a bit of a layup here. I said it last night. Like they're putting Salvador, I might have been saying about another fighter, but I feel this way about Yanez too. They're just like putting his head up on a fucking T-ball stick for Yanez to just fucking knock it out of the park. I think it's a first or second round knockout. So I don't even really mind the money line. It's chalky, but I think he wins. I don't think Salvador like reacts well to punches, so I think he is getting knocked out. I think Yanez is going to look to prove something here. So yeah, I think it's my worry about the second round knockout, Billy, is that I think that like Yanez might be coming in here full of fucking vinegar and piss and just like fucking chin him in the first minute. But yeah, I think Yanez by knockout. That's the play. I do not have the same amount of confidence with Ducote. I am picking her, but like as a big old pass for me. But yeah, that's about all I got for the Merkins.
All right, next segment, I'm going to give you the whole card, TC. Give me your fighter that you want to do your keys to the bag. Give me a couple options for how they can win the fight.
I'll tell you what. I'll do one to show you that this is not like it's a fighter that I have bet I bet their opponent. So I'll give you the keys to victory for the other guy. And that'll be the main event. And then I guess I'll do the co-main too, co-main and main event. And I'll do Carlston Harris keys to victory and Lerone Murphy keys to victory. Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
Cool. So I'll do Carlston Harris first, I reckon. Co-main event. I think that he needs to mix it up. I think he needs to go to the grappling it's 50-50 on the feet. They both hit hard. What up, Noah? And they both hit hard, but I think if he's smart, I think he's the way better grappler. So I think the smartest thing that he could do, take it to the ground, look to get on top of Khaos, and look to get the sub, man. Like, it really is a coin flip on the feet. Williams hits extremely hard. So, like, just be smart and just BMF him, dude. Be the better mixed martial arts fighter. That's what I would say for Harris. And then for Murphy, fucking pace yourself, dude. He's the younger fighter, probably going to be the quicker fighter, and he hasn't gone 5 rounds before. So I think if he goes out there and tries to kill Barboza early, Edson could weather a storm and come back late. So if I'm Lerone Murphy, pace yourself. Try, like, don't just, work at a good clip, but, like, it's your first 5-rounder. Edson is very dangerous. Lerone Murphy probably has the better cardio, but we don't know. So, like, that's what I would say for Murphy is pace yourself and then look to put it on Barboza late. But that's about all I got for those two.
Millz, I'm going to go to you next, but could you do a little roll call of the chat for everybody, since I know you would do it the best?
Oh, man, let's see who we got rocking with us, man. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all. We got my man Let's Dance. We got my man Joey in the building. We got Noah Allen. We got Ryan in there. We got Broder. I see the green membership. Whenever I see green, I get a little bit higher. Who else we got? Let me scroll up here and see. We got Delivery Dude, my dude from OC out here. I see you. Andrew G, I see you out here. Who else we got? We got Delivery Dude really banging it up in the chat right here. We got Just My 2 Cents in the chat. We got Swig Beats. I mean, the guy who runs the Pub Sports Radio contest, man. Shout out to him. We got Dixon Cider. Hey, man, you ever had apple cider vinegar? I don't know, man. Just talking. We got Broder in the chat. I see you.
Go ahead, though. What would be your keys to victory if you could pick anybody from the whole card instead of just narrowing down from the Americans?
Keys. Who got the keys? Yo, I just pulled up in a new Audi. Just hopped it off the lot, right? Dealership, showroom floor. Who is that? Themba Gorimbo, 12'4", 6'1" height. Check this out, 77-inch reach. What does he need to do? Taking on Ramiz Brahimaj, all he has to do, use his striking. Keep the distance, keep the range. Stuff the takedown. Brahimaj, he struggles with people who likes to keep the range out there. If he's not able to clinch you and get you down to the ground in a waist body lock, he's not going to be able to get those takedowns. He really struggled to get Max Griffin down to the ground. Themba Gorimbo doesn't have the same, defensive strategy as Max Griffin, but I think Themba Gorimbo is going to win by using his striking, his power, and just shutting down the takedowns on Rahib Brahimaj. I was trying to pull it up, but Max Griffin gave me a souvenir of Brahimaj's earlobe. It's on the back of my computer, but he literally has a sticker with dude's earlobe on it and Max Griffin's signature on that shit. It's on the back of my computer, but y'all can just see the Max Payne sticker right there for y'all. Man, give me Themba Gorimbo, and on top of it, like I said, man, he's fighting motivated. Why? Hear me out. This shit hit my heart. He was at media day. Somebody asked him, what's your motivation to win? Motivation to win? Man, my coach's mom got cancer. I planned on visiting her after we got out. I just found out 3 hours ago she just died. I'm going out there and I'm winning for her and for him. Like, when he just started breaking down in tears, I ain't even lying. I went to my bookie right then, already had a bet on Gorimbo. I doubled up like Doublemint gum. I was like, give me that shit. There's no way he's losing. So Themba Gorimbo, I think he's finishing Brahimaj. Why? Because he got into something that he didn't even know that was bigger than him.
There you go, the keys to victory. Billy, your keys to victory on your one fighter off this card?
Yeah, I can't follow it up as good as Millz just did right there. But we're going to go keys to victory here for Abus Magomedov. We're looking for him to get back in the win column versus Warlley Alves here. And the UFC setting him up for a nice little softball matchup here. Warlley Alves is a little bit undersized at this weight class. You got to come in here, keys to victory, right off the bat. Be yourself. fuck the naysayers, fuck all the doubters that say that you shouldn't be here. You got to come in here and you got to show why you were the guy that was chosen in the main event against Sean Strickland around this time last year. Go in here, enforce your will, and land shots early and often, and he should be able to get this knockout within the first 2 rounds. I think Warlley Alves is there for the taking, and I like Abus Magomedov to win by knockout plus 125 this weekend.
Dude, I totally agree.
Right on. Well, we got.
I think.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So nope. So Big Show, I know you don't bet main events, and I know you usually don't do a lot of predictions or anything. But if there was one fighter on this card, if I was to ask you, on who do you think can win and what are some keys to victory, who would you pick and what would you say?
The person I would probably pick is probably the only person I think I'm going to end up getting on a bet besides the parlay is Yanez. Keys to victory for him is stay outside, control the boxing. Make sure you're not leaving it to the judges in the end of rounds. I've seen that was a problem in the past couple fights for him is, the last 2 minutes, it kind of tails off and he kind of gives rounds away and stuff. So make sure you're winning the end of the rounds, stay on the outside, and control the grappling would be my keys to victory. But that's the end of that segment. We're going to roll.
I just got to say, I would add also, don't make this a bar fight, meaning don't be going in here swinging and banging with motherfuckers and shit. The best Adrian Yanez knockouts are his counter striking. When he counter strikes in certain spots, that's when he looks the best in his UFC career. A lot of his knockouts are via counter striking. So don't be going in here making this a bar fight and underestimating dude and fuck around and get clocked. Because one concern I do have with Adrian Yanez is off that last fight. Yeah, bro, fights are fights and you can get clipped. Is he chinny? We're going to find out this weekend.
Right on. Well, next, if you haven't, watch the show or listen to the show, we go through the card. I asked the boys whether they think it's going to go to the decision or not. If we happen to fly over your plant the flag fighter, a fraudulent fighter that you have, somebody that's already been on the blacklist, go ahead and speak up on it. But first fight on the prelims, Ducote versus Demopoulos. TC, normally we started off with you. Go ahead.
I want to say it finishes, but it'll probably be a decision. Probably Ducote decision, Ducati, whatever.
Billy?
Emily Ducote by decision, minus 175.
There you go. Millz?
Yeah, I think this one goes to scorecards as well.
Alatengheili versus Rodrigues. Millz, since you're still on the mic.
Man, I like Clayton Rodrigues, man. Been a fan of this guy ever since he came out from the UFC Contender Series. Got the wrong end of the stick against CJ Vergara. Since then, man, 0-2 in the promotion, against Basharat and stuff like that. I think this is going to be a spot to where he should be able to win this fight against another tough veteran. I like Clayton Rodrigues. I do think it goes to the scorecard in this one. I'm actually going to be betting him. I'm just waiting to see if that line does come down a little bit. He started off as kind of being one of my young up-and-coming guys, I was mad when he was supposed to be fighting Tara and stuff like that. But, I think this is a bounce-back spot for him right here. So I'm taking Clayton Rodrigues, and I does think this one goes to scorecard.
Billy? I think my man Millz summarized that up perfectly. I kind of echo everything Millz just said. Alateng's coming out of the Fight Ready gym down there in Arizona and all that good stuff. But I think Clayton Rodrigues, he had a problem of finding what was the right weight class, wanting to be a 125er, but you developing as a man and not being able to cut the weight. So the UFC has cemented him in the bantamweight division. So we're going to see how he transitions over full-time here in the bantamweight division. I think it's going to be a greasy one, but I think he wins by decision.
TC.
I'm with both y'all on the side, but I actually think that Clayton Rodrigues chins Alatengheili. I don't like his defense, and he's been tough, but I think Clayton, I'm with Noah, man. I think it's his comeback season. I think it kind of like I was just saying about Yanez. I think he's gonna try and make a statement with this one, and I think he knocks his block off, man. I'm gonna say Clayton by knockout.
Carneloss, Rodrigues, TC.
Well, here we go. It is pretty early in the card, but I am ready to just drive a flag into the earth here, boys. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I have been actually doing pretty decent with underdog chick fights. I was going to maybe flip a coin on this one because I didn't think I was going to have anything to do with it early in the week. But I just looked at a little bit of tape, and I'm on Ariana Carneloss here. We are in 2024, which is the no USADA era. I think she's going to benefit greatly from that shit. I can already tell somebody's on the other side. But, yeah, I think her opponent is just kind of like a touch butt grappler. I think Carneloss is definitely she's a ass fucking nut. It's like she can't finish Kay Hansen and what's her like just jabronis. Like, I don't think she's faced really like a chick that's gonna hit like this. And everyone thinks that like Carneloss for some reason is round one or bust. I think that's fucking bullshit. I could end up looking stupid, but she's won decisions before. I think she can win a decision here just by doing damage. So yeah, give me Carneloss. Got her at plus 180. I'm going extremely light on this fucking card, but that's going to be my big play. So it's Carneloss or bust. No USADA. She's going to fucking lay the lumber. Think she get a knockout, maybe get a decision. But yeah, Carneloss is the side for me. Flag planted. Let's fucking go.
Billy. This one get 3 bells?
I couldn't agree with TC anymore. I couldn't agree with TC anymore. I like Ari and Carneloss here. I was kind of a little bit disappointed. I thought the UFC cut her. She's coming off of a little bit of layoff, but was that because they knew she was on drugs and she just ain't get drug tested? She was probably one of the highest drug tested fighters in the year 2022. The last year that she was in the UFC. So she was pissing in cups left and fucking right. They're knocking at her door. So no USADA now. I can't imagine that's probably easing the mind a little bit. And it's hard to gauge her level of competition, hence why she's coming in here as an underdog. But her 2 losses, man, UFC debuted against Angela Hill, then following up Lupita Godinez, fought Caitlin Souza on the regional scene. I think Pierre Rodrigues is a fucking fraud. She's super mid. She isn't really that talented in any particular category. If anything, I think Carneloss should be a pickle.
Millz. Does this hit 3 bells?
I don't think it hit 3 bells. Carnelossi's coming off of, I think, like a year or 2 layoff. She was dealing with some back injuries out there. I think she has scoliosis or something like that out there in Brazil. A couple of fighters was dealing with stuff like that out in Brazil too. Yeah, man, she looks good, you know, in that first round. Reminds you of like a Jessica Andrade, John Lineker type fighter, you know, but in the female version. But I'll be honest, man, I bet against her at least once or twice. I want to say once. I know I made money on her. Pierre Rodrigues bet on her once, I think, and made money. Was thinking about betting this when it came out on my book at a minus 190. Now she's up to a minus 220 on here. I do think Pierre Rodrigues wins. I'm against both you guys on that pick. The pick for me is Pierre Rodrigues, and it doesn't go the distance.
Magomedov versus Alves. Millz, since you're back at it.
Man, there's no way this goes to the scorecards, man, because both these fighters are finishable. Like, what I mean is they could get finished like a Lunchable. Remember back in the day, you take a Lunchable to school, you know what I mean? You build 1 sandwich, you build 2, and then next thing you know, you look up and you don't got enough to build the next 3 because, you know what I mean? You already ate an extra cheese in that one. Man, you
distribute them, there's enough. You just they have to be equal sandwiches.
Yeah, man. And to me, both these guys are both equally not trustworthy and can be finished. So there's no way this one going the distance. I like Abus Magomedov. I do think he gets the first round finish. He has a good lunging jab kick that he throws out there to the body. He's crashing the pocket with power out there. I think Abus Magomedov wins inside the distance.
Billy.
I'm right there with Millz. I think it's going to be, I hate to say it, but I think this one's probably going to be a first round finish by Magomedov. Him
Why
to
do you hate
win
to
by
say it?
knockout in round one. I mean, it's plus 240, man. Not a lot of value on it, but him to win by knockouts plus 120. So I think the value is just in taking the knockout straight here with Magomedov. Over under on this one, under 1.5, minus 140 here. For all of that, I would rather play for Nurmagomedov. Magomedov inside the distance minus 160 instead of playing the under 1.5 at minus 140.
Just my 2 cents. Did this get 3 bells?
Hell fucking no, dude. Ditto, copy paste, all that shit. Abus, first or second round knockout. Warlley is, they're both a little fraudulent, but Warlley is more of a proven fraud to me. He's like knockout or bust, but I don't think it's happening, man. One of them is getting finished. I think it's probably Alves. Abus, first or second round KO for me.
Vidal Gatto. TC, going back to you.
I think I'm on Gatto. I think it's probably a decision, maybe a submission. But yeah, I just realized I didn't even fucking answer the question with Rodrigues and Carneloss either. I think it's probably, I'm gonna say Carneloss knockout just for the show and because I'm betting her, and that'll be awesome if that actually happens. But I could see that being a decision. But yeah, this one I'll say Gatto decision.
Billy.
Yeah, I got Gatto in this one. Hard to get a good gauge of what we're gonna see from Tamires Vidal because it's such a low level. In the regional scene, she was submitted by Carol Rosa via arm triangle third round. And correct me if I'm wrong, Millz. Carol Rosa is definitely not a submission girl. Like all of her UFC fights have been her just striking on the feet. Yeah, the Irene Aldana, Yana Santos, Norma Landsberg fight. Yeah, those are all like fights that have been on the feet of her striking. So if you're getting submitted by her via arm triangle, I definitely think Melissa Gatto can get a sub here.
Millz.
I think this one's going to scorecards. I don't get all this love from Melissa Gatto, man. Hear me out, man. We got 2 women fights right now taking place. One of them is on a 2-fight losing streak. The other one's on another losing streak. And you're betting on the one on the 2-fight losing streak as a minus 3-1 favorite. Sign me out of that one. Billy, I'm so surprised you didn't do anything for this. I only know about Melissa Gatto because you was claiming about her when she first came onto the scene, and my girl Tracy Cortez put that ass whipping on her. Ever since then, you've been Melissa Gatto. Melissa Gatto ain't did shit. What if she got for you? I'm surprised you didn't make any flags on this or anything. There's no way I'm betting Melissa Gatto as a minus 3-1 favorite, the biggest favorite as Adrian Yanez at all. I think this one goes to scorecard.
It's a price tag. It's a price tag.
All right.
Yeah, the price tag's too big for me to like.
Yeah, dude, if you're throwing Gatto in a bunch of parlays, dude, you are fucking asking for it, man. Like, I think she wins, but yeah, that's a big pass, dude. I just don't think Vidal is really like, yeah, I do think Gatto is fraudulent, but I just don't know if Vidal is going to be the one to expose her. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Tricoli Sai. Billy, I'm going to start with you since I haven't let off with you yet. Does this one hit 3 bells?
Yeah. Start off with me for the fight that I couldn't tell you one fucking thing about. This is
there you go. That's, I mean, if you're admitted your own knowledge about, I don't know shit about it. I'm asking for help on this one. Millz, you got any help on this one?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you guys like this, man. Sometimes you gotta plant a flag early on. And that's going to be me right here, man. I'm planting my flag right now. Oumar Sy, I like him, man. Check this out. He was supposed to have 4 different fights. And you know what these opponents did? They all pulled out. Ivo Cook pulled out. Kyobo Silva pulled out. Rodolfo Bellato pulled out. Antonio Turquio, his own opponent for this card, pulled out. Why do you think nobody wants to fight him? because this guy's good, man. 9-0 prospect right here. He could mix up the wrestling out there. His striking isn't as good as you think that the average fighter is. He's averaging about 3.6 strikes per minute, but I think he's as advertised. 6'5", folks. I'm going with Oumar side. I think we're going to be able to get him at a -260. I had a parlay with him earlier on against his other opponent. That one got deaded. I'm going to be betting him in this spot. Oumar side is my plant your flag fighter of the week.
There you go.
He's minus 550, Millz.
Makes sense because he was minus
550.
You see the face Billy had? Millz, he's minus 550.
Yeah, I mean that should be. I'll put it like this: him being minus 550 or Tom Nolan minus 550. Have at it, boys.
There you go. TC, do you have any comments on this one? I kind of skipped over you before I went to the next one.
No, that's all right. Give me Oumar C by. I'm gonna say this one is kind of lame, man, because I don't like. I like C always goes to the grappling, and I think it could just be kind of just I'll say Oumar C decision.
Tom Nolan, Victor Martinez, TC. This one hit 3 bells?
Absolutely fucking not. I think this is a bounce back spot for Nolan. I think he gets a first round knockout.
Billy?
I can agree with TC. I think Tom Nolan gets this done in rounds 1 or 2. But I'm not going to say that. We'll just leave it at that.
All right, Millz.
Yeah, so in this one, man, I can't even really look at this fight too much. Tom Nolan lost me money last fight out. He was a minus 280 against Nicholas Mata, and he just got flatlined in that fight. Lost a parlay for me in that one. He's taking on Victor Martinez in this spot. Victor Martinez, I know this guy. You want to know why I know him? Because he fought my homie over here, Jacob Rosales, on the Contender Series and beat him. After he won, got the contract into the UFC. That was Jacob's second time on the Contender Series. Sorry, son. Ain't gonna get in that way. Since then, came out to the UFC, fought Jordan Levitt. Gave Jordan Levitt his first KO win in the UFC by like multiple knees to the body. I think Tom Nolan's gonna go out here and drop this kid in the first round, but there's no way I can bet him at as a minus 550 when he lost money for me as a minus 260. What are they doing? Where are we doing this at in this type of day in this community?
I will say this. The only spot I think you can win is first round KO. I think it's plus 130 something. That seems like the only way really if you're going to do that. But yeah, anything else is super chalky. I do think Nolan wins at a pretty high clip though.
First round
Hill,
plus
Pinheiro.
150, rounds 1.
Nice.
Millz.
All right, so on this
I'll
one,
go.
man, go.
Oh, shit, I'll go. I'm playing my flag this weekend, man. This one hit the model here for the age gap difference here. I'm playing flag and ride with your girls, ride with your gut. And I'm riding with my girl, Luana Pinheiro, here in this dog shot against Angela Hill. My basis of how to bet underdogs is you want the more dangerous fighter that has the ability to win 2 of the 3 rounds. And this is just a sleepy spot, as I would say. Everyone's sleeping on Luana Pinheiro. You're seeing all this shit on Twitter, or X as the kids now call it nowadays. You go on YouTube, everyone's saying Angela Hill by decision, play of the week. Angela Hill by decision. It's going to be on my card. Hey, y'all don't know about Luana Pinheiro. She's going to come out here in that first round, and she's going to give a fucking run for Angela Hill's money. She's not going to finish Angela Hill, but it's going to be like, all right, this is a fucking fight. And then it's going to be that second round. The second round's a toss-up. Angela Hill will win the third. Luana Pinheiro via split decision. Shit, it might even be a UNAM. I'm going with Luana Pinheiro here in this one, man. Let's go.
All right. Well, obviously, Billy had something he wanted to get off his chest. Go ahead, Millz.
Yeah, no, I like that pick. She was definitely in the gut pick of my women's MMA fighters. I actually bet on her in every single fight. She only lost money on me once against Amanda Ribas. So I ain't mad at her at all. And just like Billy said, it's something about it. When you're betting on a women's fighter, you got to be betting on the most aggressive one, the one that wants to go out there and inflict violence. And that's her. That's what she's gonna do out there, man. But she's fighting Angela Hill, man. That's gonna be a tough fight on her. Angela Hill been showing, hey, she can win against other opponents that's up and coming like this. I think the price tag is kind of where it should be on here. I think I'm gonna be going against Luana for the first time, and I'm gonna be betting on Angela Hill in this spot. That's my pre-read on it. I don't think I'm going back to the books with Luana just because I went to war against Angela Hill with some of my fighters who was my gut girl fighters, Lupi Godinez and stuff. Trust me, it ain't work out. You know what I mean? And then I went against with Angela Hill against my girl Mackenzie Dern, thinking, oh yeah, she's gonna be able to stuff the takedown. That ain't work out either. So, I'm like on a 50-50 fence with Angela Hill, but shout out to her. I did get a one-on-one interview with her at the Bellator media event about a year and a half ago at Bellator. I compared it to like the Neil Magny in the division, just an all-around overall fighter who's improving and stuff like that. But I do think it goes to scorecard. I like your playing your flag fighter on that. Definitely. I do think she's live, and especially in that first round. Path to victory for her, get multiple takedowns, 2 takedowns, and just be aggressive in that first round, lay it all out, because you ain't gonna beat her for the second round. But I can see Angela knockout.
All right, TC. After Millz had a plant your flag fighter, a guts and guns fighter, a fucking a keys to
I didn't have no
victory.
guts and guns.
Girls, guns, guts, guys.
He had all
No
that
guts
shit.
and
In there.
guns,
He's trying to get a little keys to victory in there and shit. Like,
I'm not on none of those. I'm
just saying, like, it was a breakdown. It was a good breakdown. TC.
So
I didn't say as advertised.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to try and be a fucking contrarian here. I do think this hits the cards. I know that's super fucking square, but I'm looking at these lines right now. Yes, it's on a square ass book like DraftKings, but like, if you're on either side, if you're confident, like in Angela Hill, like Angela Hill unanimous decisions plus 130, Angela Hill split plus 450, Luana by split plus 750, Luana unanimous plus 250, and I think fight ends in split was like plus 250 the last time I looked at it. So like, if you think it's a decision, I think it probably is. I haven't bet any of this. I don't think I'm gonna bet this. I don't want to get on a side. Like, I think it's gonna be close. Fight ends in split for plus money seems like the play if I was gonna make one, but I do think it hits the cards. I'm gonna say Angela because I think that she will do more in the second and third. I think she's got the better cardio, and I think Pinheiro will kind of do more of the front running. But yeah, Angie decision, I'll say.
All right, before we move on to the next fight, as you see on the bottom and the little graphic underneath me, the show is sponsored by Pub Rub. Go to pubsportsradio.com. It is grilling season, boys. Pick you up one of the combos. It's $12.99. They're the big, I think they're 14 ounces. So they're the big spice things. Billy's used them. I actually just, last time I went over to my mom's house, stole half of the one I got her for Christmas. So go check it out. $6.99 a piece. You can put it on anything. Put it on anything, and it helps it out a bunch.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you guys like this. Sometimes you guys are eating on some stuff late night. Might not taste that good. It's what you do. You lift her leg up. You sprinkle that little pub rub on there. Your eating tastes a lot better. Now you got seasoning on that. You know what I mean? Throw away that fish fillet and you put some pub rub on them legs right there. Now you got some good seasoning. Put it on any meat.
Hell fuck yeah, bud. Rub that shit all over your damn meat.
Yeah, there went a whole ass ad read down to put it on your girls. Next fight, Adrian Yanez versus Pinheiro. TC, I'm going to start with you on this one.
Yanez is gonna knock this motherfucker's block off. I'm gonna say he does it in the first round. Yanez versus Luana Pinheiro. Yeah, I think he's gonna shadow.
Yeah, I was like Pinheiro. My bad.
All right, but I'm gonna fly right through it. Yanez by knockout.
Billy, 3 bells.
I'm going with the 3 bells under and Yanez by knockout, and we're gonna pick around and save round 2 at plus 500 this weekend.
It's looking like Yanez is gonna probably making his way into that little parlay thing we do at the end. But Millz,
Yo, man, you got 3 G's in life, and you always got to stick to them. You stick with your gut, you stick with your guns, and you stick to your guys and your girls. Adrian Yanez is one of my guys, man. We've been betting on him ever since he made his UFC debut. I mean, he has some of the best boxing in the division. I mean, Aljamain Sterling, when he was once champ, was saying, hey, man, Adrian Yanez is as advertised with the hands. Now, look and listen and hear me out. I lost money with him his last 2 fights. Against Jonathan Martinez, he damn near got his leg kicked off. I ain't mad at that. Against Rob Font, in the fight that was so close to where he was catching Rob Font, he got caught with 1 hit and got dropped. It wasn't like he was taking multiple hits. I'm not even calling that. I'm not even mad at that or anything. So I look at it like this. He made way more money than he lost. I'm sticking with my guy in this spot, man. You already know over here, man. I'm biased and I stick to it. I think Adrian Yanez is going to finish him. I'm going to go ahead and finish him in round 2. And then we're going to get an interview and talk about it on Pub Sports Radio, because that's how we do. Stick to your guys, stick to your gut, and stick to your guns. Adrian Yanez is Pub Sports Radio guy. Houston, Texas owned, San Antonio's owned is where Pub Sports located at. You know we bringing it home.
Billy, you already went too, right?
Yeah.
Did I skip over you? All right. Moving on to Brahimaj versus Themba Gorimbo. We'll start with Billy on this one.
I'm a little bit nervous for this one here. The inherent line value in the market play would tell me Ramiz Brahimaj is live here. Him, if you look at the method of victory props, him to win by sub is the lowest one. And I can kind of understand why the dog is live, because I kind of need a confirmation of what Themba Gorimbo I'm getting here in this fight, not meaning like a consistency level, meaning I want him to strike. Like if he was just striking in this fight, I think he can easily, get a knockout in the later rounds. But if he goes in here and tries to wrestle like the rest of his fights, and the AJ Fletcher fight shit happens again, and he's fighting off of his back, he's gonna fuck around and get submitted by Ramiz here. So stay away fight for me for the most part. But I'm gonna reluctantly say if Themba wins, it goes over, and if Ramiz wins, it goes under.
TC, this one hit the cards.
Boys, I am hoping and praying that this fight falls away. I have no idea who's going to fucking win it. It's really greasy. I agree with a lot of what Billy said. I think Brahimaj or whatever the fuck, I think he's a better grappler. I think he's more dangerous. Like, Themba is very dangerous himself, but he can kind of be reckless, man. And I've just never been high on the dude. I think they're pushing the narrative pretty hard. I get it. It's like a success story, and the dude is actually like trying to like help his people and like, build his community back up. And like all that is awesome. But like, I try to like keep the tunnel vision on just the fight as much as I can. So long story short, I'm terrible at picking both of them. So whoever I pick, just go the other way. I'm taking Brahimaj. I think that like Themba's going to buzz him, and then he's going to get a takedown, and then he's either going to get a submission or just rinse and repeat that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I can't get it out of my head that Themba got chinned by Gina Mazzani's fucking jobber brother Like, that just is like permanently tattooed in my head. He's gonna get chin checked. Just know that. Themba Gorimbo is gonna get fucking shadow realmed at some point in the UFC, but like, they're giving him this low enough level of competition that you can build up the like, this like, genuine story of triumph or whatever. So, I get why people root for him, but yeah, long story short, I got Brahimaj, and I will say that he finds a sub. No bet.
Hey, that story was not short. It was kind of long. When you keep saying long story short, it's kind of like a story that kept going and going and going.
What was it, last week or the week before, where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep these short and nice and sweet, and you had like a diatribe for every single fucking
right. I'm like, hey, we're keeping it 50 minutes.
You got me.
Yeah, you're right. That's me. That's me.
Go ahead,
Short
man.
story, sweet. This ain't going the distance. I think Themba Gorimbo wins inside the distance. But if I was to... No, I'm just playing. I like Gorimbo in this spot, man. Like I said, I bet him in the spot.
Billy?
He already said his shit, bro. Are you the host or you just throwing this shit around, man?
I just moved all the fucking people around
show.
so match the fucking graphic. Khaos Williams, the co-main event. Khaos Williams versus Carlton Harris. Millz.
Man, now this is the good fight right here, man. The line is priced where it should be. I mean, Carlton Harris is 4-1 in the UFC, and he pulled out that win against Jeremiah Wells in a fight that we all thought we had. I had Jeremiah Wells. I think I was just starting to gloat about him on stream, about him dominating. And next thing you know, slipped up and got his neck caught and tapped. And hey, man, Carlton Harris, look, hear me out. Only has one loss. And who is it to? Rachmanov, man. He's an explosive fighter out there. This is a fight to where I like Khaos Williams a little bit because of the price tag being a -130. He's going to have way more volume with the strikes. Carlton Harris has a weird way of striking. He holds his hands up. He throws them for wild angles. And if he's not able to connect with those, he's not going to be able to close the distance that well. But if he gets you down to the ground just 1 or 2 times, that's usually all it takes. Khaos Williams actually comes from wrestling. He's the Ox Fighter. The Ox Fighter is what he goes by in here. He said, hey, man, I want to take his soul from his body in this one. I think Khaos Williams is going to go ahead and get the finish in this one. I'm going to be betting on Khaos Williams out of -130. But this is a high volatile fight to where, yes, the dog is live in here. And the question that was posed is this fight going the distance? I don't think so. I think it gets finished in the 3rd round.
Just my 2 cents.
God, I'm gonna try and keep this one short, but it's not gonna happen. So I bet and thank you, Millz, for calling me out on that. So,
no, we don't need a short one. I just like, me. I just like calling people when they say something, and we don't need a short one. Keep it long. We at the co-main event. Yeah.
So I'm on Harris. I didn't like the money line though, so I bet him inside the distance +240. But I'm having like some of the worst fucking buyer's remorse. Don't look now, but Carlton Harris has more decision wins than anything, more decision wins than knockouts and submissions. So I'm already like, why the fuck did I bet inside the distance? But here's why. I do think, but I'm worried about this too, because what Millz said, Khaos Williams by knockout could be a really fucking sharp play. Khaos Williams by decision is probably plus money. I don't think that's the worst play because the money line it's getting close to a pick 'em. It's kind of like yo-yo back and forth, and it's kind of like, you can still get Harris for slight plus money. That's probably, if you're on the Harris side, like that might be the way to do it.
My bad. Hey, actually, Harris is down to a -105. Yeah, so he's actually looking to where he's going to be. Yeah.
Nah,
so go ahead.
Dude, I don't like that at all. I did cash Harris plus money against Wells. I was sweating fucking bullets, boys. I'm going to be sweating this one, man, because I'm worried that Harris is going to stand and trade with Khaos. He does like to do that, and Williams does hit like a fucking ox, Dad. Ox fighter. Nah, man. Yeah, Harris inside the distance is what I got. That's I think that he will. I think this is how I think the fight's gonna play out. Williams will hurt Harris. Harris will get the takedown or go for the takedown, get the takedown, get on top, get the submission.
Okay, so inside the distance, getting Bills.
ITD plus
What are
2.
your
Yeah,
thoughts?
one of the plays we're eyeing up for this week here is the under 2.5 in this fight. It's a little bit chalky at minus 180 over on FanDuel, but the more and more I feel like I capped the fight, I kind of came into fight week wanting to bet Khaos Williams, but the more and more I kind of think this could be a 50-50 fight, meaning 50-50, meaning like if Khaos Williams is able to land on the chin of Harris, there's a lot of fucking refs that call that UFC Nashville card with Jeremiah Wells to finish because he was molly-whopping him all over the floor. But, you know, with the crowd, everyone getting hyped, people want to see fights. In the Apex, that shit's getting called. On the vice versa, though, bro, what this Khaos Williams submission defense looks like. If like he gets into a sub attempt, I think that might be well she wrote. So I like the under 2.5. I see violence in this one.
All right, moving on to the main event. I'm going to kick it off with Millz. This one hit 3 bells, Millz?
Dun, 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 dun. All right, folks, it's that time to where we plant that flag, mate. I'm going to be looking at Lerone Murphy to plant my flag this week. Manchester top team fighter, 13-0-1. Never lost a fight ever. Manchester top team. When I'm not eating crumpets, I'm beating the shit out of fighters who want to step up to the featherweight division. Listen and hear me out. Won all of my fights in the UFC. I don't think there's anyone better than me, man. I mean, if there is, show me, and I take them out. I'm Manchester top team. Main event spot. Car accident, motor crash. Couldn't kill me, couldn't stop me. You think you can? Edson Barboza, true legend. Been watching this guy ever since I came up. But this is my time and my spot, and I'm taking what's mine. So if you want to make money, bet on me. Lerone Murphy, Manchester top team, minus 140. Bet it, don't regret it. Flag planet, we going to war.
That's going to be one for the subtitles, but TC, your thoughts on the main event? Do we get 5 bells?
No, I'm not planting my flag here, but I'm on the other side. I do think if Edson wins, it's going to be a finish. I actually don't think Edson wins a decision here. But I do think he can get the finish. Like, dude, Lerone Murphy got flattened by fucking Zubaira. Like, again, no USADA.
Zubaira.
No USADA, I think is going to benefit Edson greatly.
Are you talking about a fight that he took on short notice out there in Abu Dhabi and pushed a draw in? Is that the fight you're referring to?
Yeah, and the one where Zubaira, the fucking jabroni, sat him
when he made his UFC debut on short notice in Abu Dhabi and still pushed the draw.
And he went tooth and nail with fucking Gabriel Santos, who got fucking slumped by David Onama. Well, yeah, cash that plus money, Onama by KO. But anyways, man, yeah, Barboza by knockout, but it's not something like, you know, it could go the other way, man. Murphy, like Millz said, it could be his time. But yeah, I had to take a little stab on Barboza plus 124. But that's going to be a good one, man. Good main event for sure.
Was that stab with a butter knife or a machete?
It was stabbed with a plastic picnic spoon and broken off.
Nobody stabs with a machete either. Nobody stabs with a machete either. Billy, does this one have 5 bells?
Oh, this is the fight that I probably have the least most confidence about on the card this week.
Least most?
All the chick fights that we talked about, all the other ones.
Least most? Wait, what the fuck he said?
Wait,
yeah, somebody correct this kid. Hey, you got a degree, my dude. Hold on, man. Wait, the least most? How can it be least and most? Wait, never mind. It's probably too early for me. Go ahead.
Least meaning least in confidence. Most meaning do not put your most money on. So trying to help the bettors out there in the world. Pass of a fight, but Lerone Murphy here. Go with the younger fighter.
All right, boys, we're going to hit a little commercial, give you guys time to look at what bets you want to make for this parlay. Be back in 1 minute.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Millz here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
All right, now here comes the time to where we put money in your pocket. That's what we've been doing back-to-back weeks, except for last week, okay? Last week, man, we almost cashed 4 different parlays, but lost it by 1 leg on the base. So the base is always your most important thing in life, okay? If you ain't got no standard, no structure, at least you got a base. If you got a base that you can stand on and still throw punches and fists and everything like that, you're still in the fight. So let's go ahead and get it right. We're going to set up this base. This parlay is probably going to be like a 4-team parlay. So you start off with the 2-team base. Big Show, who's the first fighter we should throw out there?
My first bid is Yanez.
I co-sign that.
Anybody disagree with that? You agree or disagree, TC?
No, I agree. Yeah. That's
sounds like anybody disagree, and he raised his hands.
Oh, no.
No, I got a question. So, Tuco made a comment about this after the stream we lost on the parlay the last. Do we keep the Yanez line as the base and say?
Shut up, bro. Just shut up. We ain't got time for this shit.
Pick their leg? Does everybody else pick their leg, or are we going to try to go in with?
Hey, this is what we do.
Yeah, who?
All right, Millz. What do you like for this second?
Thank you. This comes the point in time. I'll let you guys go. Hour and 6 minutes. I've been the nicest I ever been because he hasn't gave me no opportunities to do this. But this is that dumb shit that I don't understand. What the fuck is he talking about? And shut the fuck up. We ain't doing no alternate shit, man. Like this,
man.
We just went with the 2-team parlay base, and that's it. Like you're over here on some, hey man. So should we just what are we doing? I just went over the base on why the base is so fucking important. And then you come up with some dumbass shit that has nothing to do with the base, bro. Like, can you pay attention to sometimes in the podcast?
I'm just saying.
You ain't saying shit. You ain't saying shit.
We all like Yanez. Why don't we just say
all right,
Yanez?
Millz. What do you like for your second piece, Millz?
Got it. Oh, for my second piece. So we're just no base.
What do you like for what do you like for the second piece of the base?
Second leg.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with a 2 cents pick. We can put Nolan or Ducote.
I'll let Billy.
I just threw Nolan out there. Y'all, I don't want to just.
All right, so I like Ducote. I like Ducote as that base. The reason why is this: I only think there's one way that she can lose the fight. One way, and that's if Vanessa Demopoulos just gets on top of her and wins by submission or something. And I don't really think that's likable because I think Ducote has multiple paths to victory. So I would put Ducote as my second fighter in the base.
I don't like Ducote personally. I got to push back. I don't want Nolan.
You're being the quietest motherfucker right now. Who you liking?
Who you liking? I'll take it a step further. We should go a boost Magomedov. We all agreed on it.
I'm okay. I'd rather have a
Adrian. That was going to be
like
that was going to be my piece anyway. So I can't say disagree.
That's solid.
There we go. Hey, nice way to come back after that little 2-piece.
Yeah,
that gets us a minus. That gets us a minus 145.
Minus 145. So look, that's the 2-leg base. We bet that's separate, okay? That's the first part. Now everything else is what going to be the cast members going to put on as their additional leg. So let's go ahead and get it started with Big Show.
And I'm going to fucking probably steal one on everybody here. I'm going Ducote.
Okay.
Oh, look at this bitch. Yeah. After all this
Plus
shit,
one,
you end up
plus 117.
getting
You guys,
All
you
right.
guys put my piece up there, but
Move on.
all right, go ahead, Mel.
This
Like,
card is fucking greasy, dude.
I'm gonna go with C, Oumar C. I'm gonna be taking him in this spot. And for all the people out there that keep saying it's Sidbat C's brother, I think y'all are ignorant because I don't really think it is. I think they just got the same last name.
And they're both Francais. Same
And they're
last name.
both not it.
Great.
Yeah, they're
I don't know.
that's just me though.
Actually, my bookie doesn't have that fight on the card anymore.
All
Can I
right,
go
so
next? This is for,
No, it's all right. I'll get your number
Get
by
money
before the
flowing.
draft.
okay. Go Bills. What you got for
I
him?
wanna
Cook it
go
up. Cook it
next.
up. Cook it up.
Yeah, this is for my get money getting fellas that ain't afraid to get greasy. Not only we going with one, but we're going with two greasy women's MMA underdogs here. Luana Pinheiro and Carneloss plus 944 on their ass. Let's get money. Let's get money.
So this nigga just like losing.
What do you mean? This is for my
Nah, but shout out to you though. Hey, if that hit
Wait a
though,
minute,
if that hit, that's gonna be the yeah. Clip that and you know what I mean. Nice little plus 900 on them. All right.
You know, unit
like
management though. You go heavy on the 2 leg, and then you just sprinkle the little 2 dog parlay with that. We don't.
Why did he sound like he's 10 years older saying that shit? You hear him like, so
No, we don't advise parlaying underdogs.
More bass in the voice.
We don't advise parlaying underdogs here, but for my get money folk that want to get money this weekend, we're not only with one, we're going with 2 women's.
All right,
MMA.
Billy, what was the number you got on it? It wasn't just plus 900 even, was it?
No, plus 944.
944. TC, you're the only one left. Some pickings, aren't they? Unless you like putting dogs in parlays, like.
No, I don't. I do it like I'm fucking moron, but I don't like. I would not recommend it. I'm not going to do it here. I'm not going to put that out for the people, man. I don't know. This is just I hate this card for betting, honestly. All that, like, my first instinct is obviously to say Nolan because I already threw it out there. Let me see what that is. It's barely plus money. No, thanks.
Come on, TC.
You know what?
You say getting pretty.
I see a better line right now. I see a better line right now that I think. Part of me wants to also like put it on Khaos to like hedge out, but I'm not gonna fucking hedge. Fuck hedging. I got you. Fuck, man. I don't really trust I was gonna say Clayson Rodrigues. I don't really trust him though.
Is there another fighter that somebody mentioned that you like too? Maybe
I'm
we
just
do
looking
that.
at the card right now. Like it's either like hedges, or like I don't know, man.
I mean, you did put up Tom Nolan, so like.
This is for the get money folk, TC. These aren't the people that want to lay the little parlay. They want to make money.
You know what? I got you. Tom Nolan. I'm actually. You're right, Billy. I already threw out Tom Nolan, so it is going to be Tom Nolan, but it's going to be Tom Nolan by knockout to kill a little bit of juice. Kill a little bit of juice.
Knockout parlay. We should just do a knockout parlay of Yanez.
Billy, you should shut up right now. Billy, you should just saying.
A boost, Yanez, and Tom
Nolan.
If
I do that, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, and I'm tempted, but one of them will put the fuck to me, and that ain't happening, dude. So yeah,
I got that at plus 144. Is that fine with you? Did you play?
How I'm gonna kill juice? How I'm gonna kill juice is Tom Nolan by knockout added to that.
Like it, man. I like it. So as you guys see right there, got a lot of parlays to get you guys paid out there. If you guys are hearing this and watching this, let us know what your guys' locker room parlay is, man. It starts off with the base. Start off with 2 fighters and then add on to there. Get it to 4. Let us know. Hey, I'm going to be looking and searching for those comments, man. Leave them in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you guys win, hey, I might just send you a link to get like a little 1-minute shout out on the Pub Sports Radio stream. You know, you might be able to come on camera real quick and tell us about why you made those bets and what are you planning on doing next. So listen and learn. If your locker room parlay hits back-to-back weeks, you will get a 2-minute spot on the Pub Sports Radio stream on Saturday. Link sent out to you. So, hey, let me know exactly what are you guys betting on in the comments below on YouTube out there. And make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Now, here comes the point in time to where I just want to say a little bit of honorable mention out here. You know, over here at MMA, we do this daily. You know, we got the MMA Mafia, make money anyway, make money any day. You know, and we love doing this. You know, it's stuff that we're passionate about. And just as of last week, we actually lost a member in the MMA community, somebody who's real passionate about making MMA content. MMA Bleed passed away last week. He was a big content creator in the spaces over here. And we just wanted to say, hey, sorry for your loss. Send our condolences out there. It's a weird community out here to where some people think what we do is actually small, but it's bigger than other people out there. So, hey, man, if you ain't here one day and if you guys make great MMA content out here and I'm still here, I'm going to be shouting you guys out, man. So tears shed for the dead. Shout out to MMA Bleed and anybody out there, you know, who has anything good to say. Let us know in the comments below. We actually had him on the, I think we worked a couple of shows with them with Boston Nick and Mo over at Odds when we were doing stuff like that. But I just wanted to give him a little bit of honorable mention for that. Because like I said, man, we all do this sport. We all love it. And I will say this, he was real passionate about it out there. So, yep.
I think there is a GoFundMe out there for him too. I need to actually donate a little bit myself. But
and I think it's just Bleed. I think I said his name wrong. Or did I?
I think it's Bleed MMA.
I think he goes by both.
Okay.
Right on. Well, that's the show, boys. We gave you guys the parlay. We went through the recap and all that from last week. Let you a little preview. Millz is on mute. What's going on? Oh, he's yelling at the kids or something. But
you know,
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you first, Millz. What do you got going on the rest of the week, and where can they find you?
Yeah, man. I know all you guys out there got YouTube. So go ahead, follow me on YouTube first, man. MMA Locker Room. I'm putting out my post-media interviews with all the media outlets. Interviewing clips are going to be live on there as well. My fight events that I go to, man, I've been to shit. I started off with Brock Lesnar versus fucking Cain Velasquez. Since then, I mean, I've been to John Jones versus DC. I've been to John Jones versus Gustafsson. I mean, shit, I've been to Mayweather versus Zab Judah. In other words, I'm everywhere, you never there. If you want to see my fight footage, check me out at MMA Locker Room. I got all the clips on there. Besides that, check me out on Instagram too, putting on my best plays and picks, giving out my prediction picks. I got prop shops that go out there. I got daily videos that come out, you know, and I also got a top 5, heavyweights that should be dropping on YouTube soon. So look out for that. I got a tier list video that's coming out, but you can catch me here every single Saturday with the Pub Sports Radio boys here giving out $100 to anybody that can win on the contest.
TC, what do you got going on the rest of the week? Where can they find your content?
First of all, apologies to everyone for my horrific setup. I promise, and apologies.
No, we don't apologize. It's good.
I will. This is embarrassing for me, and so don't worry. This will get sorted before the next one for sure. But shout out to all of y'all on the panel, everyone in the chat. Make sure y'all smash the like. This is a show now, so catch us every week. I think it's going to be a different day, but it's always going to be at noon. I think Wednesday we're kind of shooting for at noon after the break. So we'll let y'all know. Just stay tuned for that. And as far as me, I've been pre-gaming before the fights for like the last couple months, and this week is going to be no exception. So you can catch me on my channel Saturday before the fights. I'll get the thumbnail and the broadcast or whatever put up on that. But yeah, boys, looking to bounce back this week. I think it was a good first episode. And best of luck, everybody. Shout out to everyone at the pub. Sign up for the contest, man. If you make picks on Tapology, there is no fucking reason not to sign up for this, because if you're as good as you think you are and you have the best picks, It's it's like a free fucking roll every week just with your predictions. Slaughter just giving out money every fucking week. $100, $100 every fucking week. Just be the best. Hey, I won it back in January. I plan on winning the motherfucker again. So best of luck, everyone. Let's fucking go. And yeah, Ariana Carneloss, please get this shit done. No USADA, Edson Barboza. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone. Best of luck. Smash the like, Pub Sports Radio, Pub Rub, all that good shit. Sign up for the contest.
Billy, where can they find you and what do you got going on the rest of the weekend?
You can find me over on X at @GettingBills_. And this is for my getting money for parlay of the weekend here. A boost. Magomedov the win by knockout in rounds 1 or 2. Tom Nolan the win in rounds 1 or 2. You don't have to pick a method of victory. And Adrian Yanez to win by knockout in rounds 2 or 3. And that's 1348. That might find its way over to the page over on getting_bills_X. Get money this weekend, man. This is a great weekend to go get some money. There's a lot of sports going on. Make sure you remember bankroll management. And as always, join us on the live stream on Saturday. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification. We're going live all day Saturday. Horse racing straight into the MMA events. Saturdays with the boys over here at Pub Sports Radio.
As always, I'm Big Show Fish. You can follow me on X, TikTok, and Instagram. I want to give you guys a shout out again. We grounded out on the podcast lane, did over 45, 50 episodes over there, switched over to Twitter, got a little vibe over there. Now we're on the YouTube channel, new head of the table of MMA, as they say. I just want to thank you guys for helping me get through the actual battles of doing this. This is, it was baby steps the whole way, but we're here now. Hopefully we get better. I had one little fuck up with a graphic and this little Pub Sports Radio shit down here in the bottom, but that shit's going to be fixed next week, motherfuckers. Good luck with your bets. Peace out. We be pubbing.